Hey guys, so this is Artem from Links Hero, Whitehead Link Building Agency for e-commerce stores, and this is my diary, a diary where I share my story about building my very own e-commerce store using dropshipping model. And as I previously mentioned in my previous video, I moved from Shopify to WordPress plus Oxygen Builder, and I'm actually still using Shopify buy button. So this is like the cheapest Shopify subscription there is, and going forward, I want to kind of share the framework of the e-commerce store that I'll be using. So, if you want to rank on Google, you have to have a significant amount of relevance for a very specific type of content, a specific theme of content, and you should have enough relevance and authority in the field. Okay, so I'll give you an example. I have a website which reviews ergonomic chairs. So it's called myergonomicchair.com. You can go check it out. The website is live right now. So there, obviously, I review ergonomic chairs of all sorts, and I publish different articles on that topic. So as soon as there is like this critical amount of articles on a specific subject, which in my case is ergonomic chairs, and specific amount of backlinks that are linked into those articles, Google sees that as authoritative. Google sees my website as an authority, so it starts sending traffic to those pages because it thinks that obviously my website talks about ergonomic chairs and I'm covering ergonomic chairs, so obviously we're going to send some traffic to that website when people search for those specific keywords, okay, ergonomic chairs related. So going forward, any smallish e-commerce store, and not just smallish really, because you can kind of you can take this little small concept and kind of make it bigger for your big store. It doesn't need to be a tiny store, but anybody who wants to build an e-commerce store, in my opinion, it needs to have like a cloud of similar products that you're selling. Maybe they would be slightly different suited for different category of buyers, but they would still be different. So you then can have that cloud of products which you can link between each other because they're related and they're relevant to each other. And then you, on top of that, you also have this cloud of informational content. So you're able to capture potential buyers at every stage of their purchasing journey. So I'll give you an example because I think it's become a little bit complicated already. So let's assume that you are selling, say, chainsaws. Maybe not the chains for chainsaws. Okay, let's assume that you're selling those. So let's imagine that there are different types of chains for different types of chainsaws. So instead of selling different maybe I'm thinking about a different example. Maybe I should give you a different type of example, to be honest, because this is a little bit complicated. I'm just trying to find. Okay, say we're selling orthopedic mice. So for computers, ergonomic orthopedic mice. So they're like vertical mice, vertical mouse that you can use if you have some issues with your wrist, or if you've got this thoracic outlet syndrome or whatever. So there are different types of them. So there are ones that say people are searching for ones you can use for their office work. Others are searching for vertical mouse that they can use for gaming. Others might look for small vertical mouse. Others can look for a bigger vertical mouse. Stuff like this. So what you do here is that you have those. You would nest those products. So you would you kind of stock up with those products, and so you all have you have 4 separate products that all talk about one is vertical mouse for gaming, another one is vertical mouse for say office work and stuff like this. So they're all kind of they can be used for different categories of people. So basically you're kind of addressing different categories of people, yet at the same time you're keeping your relevance when it comes to ergonomic orthopedic vertical mice, you've been very, very relevant. So you have already like 4 products that cover very similar type of product, even though it is for different categories of people. And Google can understand the difference, yeah? So very often they would show similar results, yeah? So you might rank for, say, ergonomic, a vertical mouse for gaming and vertical mouse for office work. You might have similar results on page 1, but there still be some fluctuation, so never the same. So Google understands that you kind of belong in the same category, and you would then have a lot of informational content that kind of covers the subject of vertical mice in different scenarios. So you can talk about benefits of vertical mouse in your workspace. You can talk about the negatives. You can talk about characteristics. So they would all be separate posts, and you would then link to every product of the every single product there, because this is how you kind of generate this relevance, yeah, topical relevancy, and you also help people navigate. So somebody might benefit, somebody might land on a page where you talk about benefits of a vertical mouse, and there you have a little link that goes to your product, for example. So that's one of the ways they can convert. Yeah, so they've covered the benefits of that. They're like, oh, that sounds really cool. So how about I check this product out right away? These guys that offer this value free of charge, you know, and that's also like the easiest thing to do for them. So this is something that I'm right now doing myself. So I've got a bunch of different products. They're still in the same category, just the way I described right now, and they're also surrounded by all this informational content. So they're all linked to each other, and that's the idea, is that I would then start building links to this entire interlinked cloud of informational posts and products as well, categories if that is necessary, and that way I'll kind of rank this entire cloud. It would start ranking for different types of keywords, and this is when you can start already building lists. For example, you can capture those on retargeting. As you start getting people coming into those pages, you can kind of offer them some freebie, and this is where you kind of start thinking different to like an SEO guy, and start thinking more like like a businessman, because ultimately you want their email, so you can then sell them anything you want on the back end. Okay, so that is the theory that I have right now, and I guess I'll going forward I'll be testing it, yeah, because right now I've got a bunch of articles already published. I've got a bunch of products already published, but now that I'm moving the website right now from Shopify to WordPress, Oxygen Builder, and Shopify, I need to make several changes to my product pages as well. So that will take some time. So, but that is the theory really. And when it comes to, say, when I look at our clients' e-commerce websites, they would have one single product which doesn't really rank that well, and it's kind of just floating out there, you know, and you cannot really even build links to it, because Google doesn't want to see like products on page 1, so it wants to see different type of content on page 1. Yeah, some of it is informational, some of that is reviews, comparisons, and anything of that nature. Yeah, so this is when you can kind of get that. And I don't understand, there's like e-commerce stores have like, maybe not the bigger ones, maybe the bigger ones, they wouldn't really care about that, but like smaller e-commerce stores, you can make so much using content, because you own the product, so you can just create a lot of content about it. You can create video content about that, you can create different sorts of comparisons, you can publish those on the website, and you don't really need to overcomplicate things as well, because you just go and publish content. Ultimately, publish content, build links to it. That's it. So that's pretty much it going forward with my framework. Let's see how it works out. So this is my theory at the time, and I'll be curious to see how it works in a couple of months from now. I'll see you in the next video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay? Because it'll be fun to kind of help you guys out with anything I can. See you later.